Hello, dear friends. Now we will discuss the concept of a unit vector. So, what is the definition of a unit vector? Actually, unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1. It means that whenever we want to identify that a given vector is a unit vector or not, we will simply find its magnitude. And if the answer of its magnitude is equal to 1, then this is called unit vector. Otherwise, it is not a unit vector. So, unit vector of any vector v is written as v hat. This is notation for the unit vector. In simple words, this type of notation without these two brackets is used to represent the vector. And if we put an hat like this, so this is the rotation of a unit vector. So there should be some difference between vector and unit vector. So this is the difference, that v hat means the unit vector and simply v means a vector. Here as above is shown, this is a vector and this is unit vector. So what is the definition of a unit vector? So unit vector is equal to vector over its magnitude. Now here is the one concept about unit vector. So from where this definition comes? So this is very simple. We can write v vector is equal to a vector can contains two things. One is its magnitude, the other is its direction. So this magnitude and this direction, if we put these things to here, okay, then v vector is equal to a vector magnitude and its direction. So we can read it as a vector can has two things. One, its magnitude, the other its direction. If we here it is dividing, here it will multiply. So these a vector is equal to its magnitude and its direction. So these are two things. So if direction is here and magnitude is divided by v vector, then this is called unit vector. So unit vector contains a vector over its magnitude. This is very easy. Unit vector is used to denote the direction of a vector, and this is a vector whose magnitude is equal to 1. Next, we discuss the concept of a null vector. So null vector is a vector whose magnitude is 0. So how we can tell that whether a vector is a null vector or not? The simple formula is that we will take its magnitude. If the magnitude of a vector is equal to 0, then it is called a null vector. It is denoted by O arrow. This is our null vector. Negative of vectors. Negative vectors, what are the negative vectors? Two vectors are said to be negative of each other if they have same magnitude but opposite direction. Suppose we have a vector v, and in opposite sense we have a vector uh, minus b. So a vector v is called the negative of the other vector if they are in same opposite direction. If one vector is from left to right, the other should be from right to left. If this is possible, then these two vectors are said to be negative of each other. So this is the simple concept of negative of a vector. So here we define it easily. So let us look how our negative vectors can be defined. Two vectors are said to be the negative of each other if they have same magnitude. If they have same magnitude but opposite direction. Whenever two vectors are have magnitude same but opposite in direction, these two vectors are said to be negative of each other. And this is a simple formula to know whether these vectors are negative of each other or not. Suppose we have a vector AB. Suppose we have a vector AB. This is equal to V. And then we have reversing their direction BA. BA means negative of V. Okay? These two vectors are said to be negative vectors. The magnitude of a vector is a non-negative number. So here look at this. Non-negative means let us guess, what do you mean by a non-negative number? So tell me. Non-negative number means a number 0 is included, positive numbers on the right hand side are included. Some people say that uh, positive numbers including 0, these are positive numbers. So no, positive numbers are those including from except 0, 0 to right hand side, these are positive numbers. If we include 0 in positive numbers, then this is called the set of non-negative numbers. So this is the difference between positive and non-negative numbers. So let us discuss the multiplication of a vector by a scalar. This is very simple concept of multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Let us look what do you mean by this concept, that multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Suppose we have a vector v. Now we have a number called scalar k. Let k be a scalar number and k belongs to real number, so it is not imaginary number containing iota. This is a simple number. It can be in fraction form, it can be in points form, it can be a real number, okay, or rational number or integer or whole number, natural number. It can be any number. So this is a real number. All the numbers except iota, these are called real numbers. So we have a number k and we have a vector v. Then kv, we have multiplied this k with this vector. Note that this is a number, I mean scalar, and this is a vector. So here this scalar is multiplied by a vector. So its answer is again a vector, and which is k times to the vector v. So this vector is k times. K times mean if we have a vector v, we multiply 2, then it becomes 2 times of v. If we multiply it by 3, then it will become 3 times of vector v. So kv is a vector which is k times to the vector v. So v and kv are in same direction if k is positive. This is very important and interesting concept, that uh, v and kv are in same direction if k is positive. We say that vector v and kv, uh, if k is positive, if k is positive, for example this is 1v and this is case 2, then v and 2v, if v is from left to right, then 2v will also be from left to right. Its length is more double than this vector, but still here is positive sign, here is positive sign, so they are in same direction. But if we multiplied this vector v by -2, then this is from left to right, but this will be from right to left, so their direction will be changed. So here this k is very important. When we are multiplying a vector with a positive number, then this vector, and after multiplication we are getting that vector, they will be in same direction. If we multiply a vector with a scalar, negative scalar, then they will be in opposite direction. This is the simple formula to check whether these two vectors are in same direction or in opposite direction. We can guess from here. Next, the concept of equal vectors. When we say that any two vectors are equal, uh, let us look at this. Two vectors a, b and c, d are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and same direction. So here we are saying that in order to check whether two vectors are equal vectors or not, then we have to satisfy its two properties. Their magnitude should be same and their direction should be same. If these two properties are satisfied, then we say that these two vectors are equal. If these two properties are not satisfied, then we can say that these two vectors are not equal vectors. So this is simple. In simple wording, equal vector are the vectors which have same magnitude and same direction. Here is the notation. This is the magnitude. Two vectors this is one vector AB and this is CD. These two vectors are equal. Equality sign is here. These two vectors will be equal vector if their direction is same. If one is moving from left to right, then the other should also be from left to right. And if its magnitude is 5, then this magnitude of this vector should also be 5. So these were the two properties to check whether a vector is equal or not.